What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of What the Friday is going on here. This is Cities Skylines, quite clearly not Car Mechanic Simulator. What the Friday is just going to be a fun little series where we just play something a bit different on a Friday. I do think we are going to stick with Cities Skylines for a minute. I asked you guys to pick from a selection of games, and this one was quite a clear, evidential winner there. Just leave that there for a moment. Build roads. Yep, I know I need to do that. We have played this game. Well, I have played this game before. I don't know if you have. It's quite a fun little game. I am using a lot of mods. I'm not going to list what they all are. They're all on the Steam Workshop, but I will put them in the description below. I'm not going to include all the assets because you can find your own assets, and that's the fun of it. But all of the mods that make my life easier playing this game, I will list all of them in the video description below if you want any of them. Now, let's get started. This map is the Subikia map by AmonRa. That's what I'm going to say. Don't know if I'm right. It's based on or inspired by old Alexandria. So we're going to call this one Viamandria or Vamandria, as we have gone for there. Looking pretty cool. I haven't built anything. All of the roads you can see already on this screen are all pre-built in to this map, which is why it's telling me I need to build roads, because we haven't done anything yet. So let's have a quick look, see what we've got going on down here. We've got a lovely bit out here by the water. I think I'm going to use this for... maybe this, maybe get rid of that and use this. Maybe bring that one out a bit more. Oh, we can't bring that one out because it's out of the zone. Maybe not. Okay, we'll get rid of this because I don't like it very much. And we're going to use this as a fishing hub. Maybe we won't get rid of that. I don't know. We'll see. But as a little fishing harbour, because I know that is an industrial item you can unlock very often. Very early. I know what I'm doing, honestly. Does that train track not actually leave here? Oh, yeah, it does. It goes under the road, tucks in around. There we go. Just making sure. Okay, it's a little bit jumpy. My game isn't liking me very much at the moment, but there we go. I think it's more my PC not liking me very much at the moment. I think we should reserve, like, this area here for industrial, you know, the normal factory industrial stuff, waste and electricity and stuff like that. This area here... oh, do we do it the other way? No, this area here for industrial, bringing up all of this if we need to. And then this area here for farming. Can we even look at that? No, maybe some other sort of industrial thing we can place, because we can add trees and make our own forest. So if we want to do a forestry area there, we can. A bit later on, obviously, I don't know how much we're going to get through today. This is my first time ever trying this. It might go horribly wrong. We shall find out. I like this, but I feel like it's a bit too close to the railway track. So I think we should knock that back a little bit, maybe up to there. And build in there as our first sort of housing development area. So let's just get into it. Let's get started and see what we need to do. First off, one thing we need to do. It really doesn't like me at the moment. My PC is struggling. Really doesn't like me at the moment, but there we go. I have got the Better Road toolbar. Link in the description below for that one. So let's just start off by plonking in a road. Wow. My computer has never struggled this much, ever. And I play this game quite often. I've got more than almost 200 hours in this game. I don't know what's happening here. I want to bring a road into here, relatively central, bring it out. I'm going to go all the way to the end of that line, knock it down a peg or two or three or four. There we go, into the road. Are we doing it? Yeah, we're doing it. There we go. Wow. My computer, I've never had this much issue with my computer at all. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to bring it down a straight one there. That seemed to work all right. Maybe it was just a bit jumpy early on. It seems to be a little bit smoother now, although this is still a little bit too high for some reason. So we've got the Move It mod. So we go into here, go to there, select that and that and that, and I just think we want to bring it down a touch or two. So it's just sort of in line with the pre-existing level. That'll do. And then let's get building onto here. So first of all, I am going to swap this road out to something. Have I got any industrial roads yet? Nope. Okay, back into this mode. We're going to go into this mode. I'm just going to upgrade this road. Which one's not got parking? I do want to keep it that one. That's fine. I know what I'm doing, honestly. So we're just going to build. Do I want that to go straight down there? Maybe we do. So let's just come off of that. And we'll go out. We won't go that far because money at the beginning. We need money. So let's get a little square grid going on here. And we'll build that up. There we go. Nice and simple. Now, one of the first things we do need to put in is some form of electricity. And we're just going to go for a nice and simple roadside roadside coal power plant just there. Nice and easy. We do need some water storage and stuff. So we're going to use a water tower, I believe, for the beginning. And we're going to put this in the center of a roundabout. Roughly, that'll do. We'll connect all of that up later. We do also need some water treatment. I think that can go just underneath this road here. Come out of that screen. There we go. That's looking all right. Tucked in there nicely. Again, everything does seem to be a little bit high. So let's just bring it down a tad so it sort of matches in. Roughly, that'll do. And which does mean I also potentially want to bring this road down a little bit more. We'll do more tidying up a little bit later as we go. I'll try and do most of it off camera. So now we need to connect some water pipes in. And we need to start getting it into our city. Wow, that was awful. Grid snapping. Sometimes helpful, sometimes annoying. So I'm going to get some water pipes in, and I'll be back in a minute. Well, that's going to be the layout of our first little housing area. And I'll be honest, my game feels a lot better now. I think it just needed a moment to warm up. So there we go. Let's get in and start getting some houses in here. That whole section is going to be houses. That whole section is going to be houses. I'm going to change it to this mode. Do we run that all the way to the end? We'll run it to the end of the road for the moment, and we'll see where we end up. I don't want that end piece, just in case I want to put a road in up there. That'll be all our houses to start with. We've got electricity, we've got water. I haven't done the power cables to connect up to the housing yet. So let's just hope that they all start going in at this side. Run that across the road to there, roughly as straight as we can. Let's go in a little bit closer. That'll... Oh, really? You're going to put that in the middle of the road? Thank you very much. Let's just start that again. We want to go from there to there, then jump over the road. And then if we follow the road down, we should be able to jump over the tracks, and that probably won't connect. Is that connecting? Oh, it's not saying no electricity at that end, so that looks like it's connected. Fingers crossed. Do have a few issues with things actually connecting up, but let's give this our first play and see what happens. If we get anything growing in, we're leaving it at normal. We're not leaving it at normal speed. We'll go really fast speed up and just watch some things grow in. I've just noticed I've got no electricity in my water tower, and that would definitely be an issue. So we run that up to there as well, and that will provide that. Nope, that hasn't connected. You know what I said about things not quite connecting up when they look like they're going to? There we go, all in there. Now we've got electricity and water connected to everything, and we've got houses flowing in, looking wonderful. So very soon it's going to say we need some shops and some industry. Obviously, we've got a little bit of industry, but nothing that can give enough people some jobs to move in. So let's put it a bit faster just so we can get some gains and see what's going on in here. Definitely filling some of that need, but not too much. Definitely know we're going to need some shops. So what I want to do is I want to fill, for the moment, this middle section right here in with shops. Oh, there we go. We've just started getting a small need for it now, so that was good timing. And I am going to fill... What am I going to fill? This outside edge here with industry for the moment. At least we know the train connection works. There we go. That was good. Good to see that one. We've got some shops filling in. We've got some houses filling in. And very soon, I believe, we will have some industrial filling in as well. So I'm going to do that middle section just to be on the safe side. There we go. Some of that filling in and looking absolutely wonderful. Our first milestone is not loading up. The little hamlet at 400, and then we unlock the elementary school, landfill site, or recycling center. One's more expensive than the other. And a few other bits. I do have some workshop items in here as well, like the pharmacy instead of a doctor's surgery. Well, our housing need... Oh, scrolly game. Our housing need is definitely taken care of, but we do need a bit more industrial. So let's put this back to a relatively normal speed. Go back to our previous industrial roads. What am I going to do here? I said I was going to do this the other side, didn't I? Well, I know what I want to look at, which I can't look at until we've unlocked another level. I wanted to see if this is farming. Maybe we do this side as farming. If we can, we shall see, as I have accidentally kept this side as industrial. Do want to go up another chunky section just there. We'll go out too, I think, because we do also need to squeeze some landfill in here as well. Do we want to keep... No, we don't want to move it any closer to the main road or the highway or motorway, depending on whichever country you are from there. But that definitely will fill up some more industrial. We're going to go... No, we're not. We're going to go smack down through the middle, because that seems like a much better option. There we go. Now, when we need some more industry or the landfill or whatever we unlock next, we've got space to put it all in. We are going to do a crossover to the other side at some point. We don't need it at the moment. But there we go. Where are we getting to? Yeah, that's about it for the moment. We just need some people to move in. So come on, people. Start moving in so we can start unlocking some stuff. Tell you what I will do in the meantime. Let's go into our tree brush. Here we go. This is another mod. The forest brush revisited by... I can't remember, but it will be in the link in the description below. I do apologise. It's a fantastic little thing. Let's just dig into how it works. What trees do we want? Where are we? So I reckon we don't want Adler. We probably want a bit of bamboo. Should we do the bamboo? We'll just do a single tree for the moment. See how this works. What else? I will take a little bit of the blooming jacker. Yeah, that one. We'll take a California young palm. No, we won't. Yeah, we will. We'll take a coconut tree. Oh, a little bit of red for a flame tree on there. What else have we got? Let's keep a bit of these flower trees in as well, just for a little bit of colour. Do you know what? We're going to bring these down. This is how this works. I'm going to take them down to around 40. Close enough, it'll do. Flame tree down to about 40 as well. Coconut tree can stay up at 100, and California young pine can also stay up at 100. Let's just leave it at that and see how that turns out. So if I painted in here, look, it just fills in with trees. Is that too much? Is that too colourful? What do you think? I reckon that might be a little bit too colourful. So I'm going to bring these down to 20, or roughly 20, or 20. We'll do 20. Where's the others? Down to 20 on you as well, because I don't want you in there. I keep that at coconut tree at 100. The palm at 100 and the other one at 100. So let's just get rid of that a second and paint it back in. Does that look a little bit better? Not as quite as colourful. I didn't really want it down that section because I am going to have houses in there eventually. But there we go. Just sort of down the... Not on the road. And then you can adjust the... Yay! We've made it to Little Hamlet. Congratulations to us. And... There we go. I thought it had crashed. So now we've unlocked the landfill site, the elementary school, and the medical clinic, doctor's surgery, whatever you want to call it. So that's a nice little additional thing for us to be getting on there. And we can also take a loan out if we need it, but we won't be doing that. Look at that. Beautiful. But let's just carry on with these trees down this road for a moment. Try not to get any on the road as we go. We can always just tidy them up a little bit later on there. Let's get them off the road. You're a bit close. Just to throw some trees in. Don't like when you build the train track. Just to make it look a little bit different. There are some trees on this map, but not till a little bit later on. Right, now, into what we've just unlocked. Obviously, one thing I know we are going to need very early is the garbage processing, rubbish processing, whatever you want to call it. Now, our first options are landfill or recycling. Recycling is 16,000. I'm not going to plunge for that just yet. We will get it later. But to start with, we're just going to go for a cheeky bit of landfill. Do we want that motorway side? I don't think we do. I think I kind of want that side, which means I've made this a little high, which means we might want to do some jiggery pokery. So give me a second, and I'll be right back. There we go. Just changed the road layout ever so slightly. This might get a little bit busy because the junctions are too close together. And if that's the case, we may move out this connection just to help it flow a little easier. So let's get it in. First landfill going in just there. We will add some recycling later, and actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this over so we can still access that road if we need to. We can put recycling just up there. Now, one of the other new things is obviously the medical clinic. Now, our people are definitely going to need some medical treatment, so I reckon just down here we'll cover both sections. If we plonk it there, be nice and easy. On this off-road, eventually this is going to come down because this is where the train station is going to be. Hopefully... Fingers crossed when we unlock it. We're miles off the train station as it is at the moment, but we still need to think for the future when building our city. Now, we do have a bigger need for people, so let's just get some more zoning in here. I'm not going to connect these roads up ever, so I'm just going to take that out for just there. And then, do we just go this whole double section again, same as it was? I think so, and people are already moving in. Fantastic, loving that one. What else have we got to? Have we unlocked any zoning yet? Not quite. We're not at zones yet. We need the next level. But we do need to get a school in, but I do know we can't afford it as it stands. Oh, we can afford it. I thought they were more expensive than that, but never mind. So let's get our school in. Where do we reckon for the school? On the way in? No, that's too much, I think. Maybe that should have been where the doctor's surgery should have been. Should we do it in the middle section? Things aren't growing in. I think we do it off to one side or in the middle. Well, it's not got a big catchment area, that, has it? So I'm going to go over here. Oh, that is a nice little gap just there. And there's our school going in. So, in fact, we're actually caught up and ready to go. We just need more housing. Look at that. There's still a massive need. These lot are still growing in. Where are we with our electricity? Loads of electricity. Loads of water. No problem. But one thing we will do is we are going to jump into finances. And we're going to show the electricity tab a second, because we're going to bring this down, because we don't need to spend that much at the moment. Be way too much. 70? Still too much? 50. 50 will do for the time being. There we go. Water. Plenty of water. So let's just... Oh, I see my mouse scroll wheel doesn't like me. It's not a fan of me at the moment. In we go. 64, 65. We'll leave that one at 64 for the time being. We are going to bring the road one all the way down, because we're not worried about that for the minute. We can get rid of water now. Thank you. Garbage we'll leave all the way up. But tell you what, they get an extra one because it provides it with another vehicle. And it doesn't cost any extra. And we'll just leave the school as it is. Nice little start for us there. Oh, no. Electricity. What? You just said we had plenty of electricity. And now we don't. So I've paused it. So we're going to go back in. The electricity, we'll unpause it. We'll bring you up to 70 because you keep changing your mind. I know things are growing in. So that kind of does make sense. We'll just leave this at 75. And we'll see where we end up. Water seems to be all right at 65. Electricity at 75. Stop complaining. You've got electricity, you moany lot. There we go. In you go. What do we need now? So we got a little bit of industrial demand. So let's come in and let's just fill out some more of these squares. I'm just going to go a little bit at a time to see how it goes. Plus, this area is going to be where more power plants go. This area is going to be where some more water treatment will go. So we're not going to mess with that. We'll leave it as it is. We'll see if this fills in at all. Where do we need to get to for our next milestone? Done a little hamlet now. Not that far, a little over 100 people. We unlock another section, although we don't need that yet. Then we got some districts. You guys are going to help me with the names for districts. I'm hoping, at least, anyway. Fire department and police department. And we can unlock the forestry and agriculture. Can I see these yet? No, I need to unlock the next level before I can see where we've got resources. Because I do believe this colour that's on here is actually the farmland, but I'm not 100%. Obviously, that would be forestry. So our forestry section could comfortably go in down here. Could have a water connection to transport it out. I'm liking the theme of that. But let's just let it grow a little bit more. Oh, we definitely need more industrial. Look at that. Loads of it. So let's plop you all in there. In you go. That whole bottom section are filled up with industrial. Might leave this section blank just because it's right next to that highway. Maybe change these to the covered with the, you know, the ones with the sides on. Noise, sound, pollution and all of that. Although it doesn't matter for here. Just looks wise. Could you imagine coming in to visit this city, coming down the road, and then there's just these massive industrial complex. At least if it was covered a little bit, it wouldn't be too bad. But I guess you would kind of expect that. But there we go. Trains! Yeah, off you go. So there we go. That's where we are at the moment. We need to grow just a tad bit more. So let's give it a bit more speed until we can get up to the next milestone, which is that beautiful Worthy village. Oh, we're nearly there. Not far to go. Come on, game. Let's do this. I was just adding in some more. Oh, I was just adding in some more water pipes for our industrial area, and we've made it. We've made it to Worthy village. We obviously don't need the new area as it stands at the moment. We will be throwing in a few zones just so we can, or districts, so we can see what we're doing. We do need to get a fire department in because, you know, don't want places burning down. We've also unlocked self-sufficient buildings, organic and local produce, some policies to go in. And then here is the buildings we've unlocked. Police station, firehouse, high-capacity elementary. I don't think we're going to be needing that one just yet. Firehouse and another police station. So we do need to get some of that in. Well done. So let's carry on. There's my new water pipe layout just in there. Nice and easy. And I think we should throw in first a fire station. If we can afford it, we can. Something more modern looking. Across the road from the hospital or the medical centre. Sounds good. In you go there. And then, obviously, we will be needing to add a police station a little bit later, but we are a little bit off. We need just a little bit more money first so we can get up into there. And we'll just leave this going. Eventually, I think I'm going to turn this into a roundabout, and I'm going to mirror this on the other side out into that sort of cliff face beach front. Oh, it's raised to about here. Okay, so we can deal with that. Maybe we bring that all the way to the edge and make this section a cliff face. And then this section can just be the beach front for the tourism aspect. Oh, cliff face and then a bridge. We cliff face that and then bridge that road all the way across so we can get onto that island later if we need it. What have we got on there? A little lighthouse at the end of the rock. Looking good. So what is our next milestone anyway? That will be Tiny Town at 1100. And then we can unlock industrial areas. So we'll be able to get that a little bit later on. So, oh yes, that is all farm. And that is mostly farm. So we could do this side here, below the railway line, as all our farmland. I think that would be pretty good. And then obviously on the other side, up here, we are forestry area a little bit later on. This was all farmland. I could have done it this way, but we're doing industrial this side, farmland this side. Oh, look at that. When I plant the trees, it takes the farm area off. Good, because I don't need it up there anyway. So, let's have a look. What do we reckon we should do next? We've got a little bit of housing demand, but not too much. Do we start spreading this way, or do we just go straight up and mirror this on the other side? What do you think? We've got plenty to go still yet, though. So, where are we? Let's get some zones in. That seems like a good idea. So, let's just get this wonderful zone in here. In you go. Lovely painting skills there, you virtual mechanic. So, good job when you play the other game. It's a paint booth, and you don't have to manually paint things in. Otherwise, it would be awful. But there we go. So far, this is called Cypress Heights. What do you think this should be our name for our first section? I'm going to class this as north and this is south. So this is a whole one island. We can't see the full map because I haven't unlocked it all. Wait, if we go into this mode, oh, we can see a little bit more. Yes, so this island here, I'm classing, oh, this is north and this is south. So that would make sense. That's the direction of travel we've got there. So this is still south of the city, really. But there we go. What do you reckon we should call Cypress Heights? Water issues. I reckon that's just a budgetary issue. So let's go into our budget tab. Into this mode here. Show where we're at with the water. Yes, we are a little bit low on water. So if we bring that one up to 75. God, good work there. Up to 75. Mouse wheel. I need a new mouse. There we go. That's given us enough water for the moment. I think we might need to add another water and electricity as well. All at the same time. Why not? In we go. Electricity. Where do you want to be? What do you reckon? Up to 90? No, 90 is not enough. We might need another coal power plant before we get that police station. We're just on the cusp there. We're making just more... Oh, it just took a little while to catch up. Plenty of electricity there. Let's not worry about that. So what do we need next? I mean, we're not really needing that much, in all honesty. So I reckon we just need to get in our cheeky little police station now. Something a bit more modern looking next to it on that side before it goes into like the train station area. That is going to cover the whole section. So that seems like a good plan to me. And everyone in Cypress Heights is very happy about that. How many people are in Cypress Heights? All of our town. So 953. I feel like that was pretty evident. There we go. Looking good in there. What else do we need? It's saying just a little bit of housing and a little bit of shops. So I think... we probably don't have the money to do it right now. I think we should save up a little bit more money and get into the next section, hopefully up into the next milestone, and then we'll expand into the next zone. Or we could just take out a loan, but let's see where we end up. I'm just going to leave it running for a couple of minutes, and I'll be right back. And we've made it to Tiny Town. Pedestrian areas. I do like a pedestrian area. Industrial areas, park areas, landscaping, so we can bring that cliff out now if we want to, or not all the way because we haven't unlocked the zone. Policies for events and park policies. Parks and plazas, industrial areas. All of this fancy good stuff unlocked. And loads more new policies. With some cool new roads as well. We keep scrolling down through. I really need a new mouse. My mouse wheel is definitely giving up the ghost. We've got canals. I've also got some Dutch canals. They look fantastic. We'll be using them a bit later. Oh, maybe we make that separate island. Like a canal island. That would be cool. Playgrounds and parks and stuff like that. We've also got high schools now, so we do need to get at least one of them in. And we do definitely need some parks in as well. We've unlocked some fishing stuff as well, so maybe we can make a start on that fishing harbour. I think that's probably a good place to start with the fishing harbour, rather than going into farming in this episode. So there we go. We've unlocked some more. We do have a massive demand for houses and for shopping. And what are we complaining about over here? What are you saying? Educated workers? Not enough workers. So I'm going to give it a quick pause, because we do need to start filling in some houses. I'm going to make an exact copy of this on this side with a roundabout in the middle. And I'll be back in just a second and we'll start filling it in. Well, there we go. Almost a mirrored in section on the northwestern side, I guess, of this section. Let's get another zone in for this part here. In you go there. Looking pretty good. Make sure you're all covered by that. We will throw some policies and stuff on this a little bit later on. But for the time being, all I want is a name for the south northeast side and the northwest side. Let me know what your thoughts in the comments below are. What do you think we should call these lovely little areas as they're starting to build up? In you go. We are going to definitely need some more power, and I can't quite afford some more power at the moment. So for the time being, I think we're just going to need to give ourselves some more electricity. Let's just whack this up full to 150. There we go. What about water? I have added in another water tower on that roundabout. We do have plenty enough of water or sewage treatment, so we're doing all right there at the moment. We'll bring that down a little bit just to keep an eye on it as it goes, and that should do for the time being. We are going to knock the fire and the police all up one as well. There we go. In you go there. As I said, we do need to pop some parks in, but first off, we do need to save up some money for a new power station, and we need 19,000, or do we go for the bit? No, we'll just wait till 19,000 and get another one of them small coal power plants in there. This is all connected up to the water. All connected up to the water. We got electricity jumping back over there. Do we need it? We do need it. Oh, it is connecting on its own, so we don't actually need that cable just there. So let's get rid of you, costing us a bit of extra money that we don't need. Nice and easy. Simple. We haven't done too much more for the moment, but I think we should make a start on our lovely little fishing area. Can I delete this outside of the area? No, I can't. Do I want to delete this, or do we leave it as it is for the moment? I just think that's a bit of a tight gap to get out there. Can I landscape outside of the zone? Can I just tidy this up a little bit? Outside the city limits. I cannot, but there we go. That's a bit of a shame. So we'll leave that as it is for the moment. I do think this is a little bit high, though. I do think we might have to bring all this down. Let's just grab what we can and bring it down. Well, that was unexpected. I was just leveling out this area for our fishing area, and it just jumped me up into Boomtown. That is a gain of 500 people in a very short space of time. We've unlocked airport areas. We won't be affording that anytime soon, I can tell you that. But we have unlocked transport, and that is definitely something we need. We can also do ore industry. I don't know if we've even seen any ore yet. We can add recycling to our policy, so maybe we need a new recycling centre to go in there. A few more roads. Scroll wheel. There we go. Ferries and Dutch Canal Road. That's pretty cool. Dutch Canal Bridge as well. That's awesome. Water pipe with heating pipes. I don't need them. We're not in a snow area. Toll booths, bus depot, which we're definitely going to need because we do need some buses. But while we're here, I've just brought all of this side down. Haven't done that side yet. Well, I have done this piece, but I haven't smoothed out this outside edge. I've only smoothed out this inside area because this one is going to be our fishing port, I guess, as well. I think we're going to drop this and drop some of this. No, maybe we'll just drop this when we can unlock it so that we can get rid of that little section there for our fishing area. But before we do that, we definitely need to get some new electricity in. And now that we've got some pennies, let's get you in there. There we go. Nice and simple. That will bump our electricity up massively. And then we just need to go into our budget panel because we definitely don't want to be spending this amount of money on electricity when we definitely don't need it. 100% still too much. 75? 75. We'll go up a little bit just to be on the safe side. We'll go up to 80. In you go and in you go. How are we doing on water and sewage? Not bad, but I think we will bring it up to 80 just to be on the safe side on that one. Ooh, are you scrolling? There we go on that one as well. I really need a new mouse. There we go. Nice and easy. We're right, water and sewage. So let's get stuck in. Industrial area. Where do we want to go? Fishing. I don't use this one very much. We've only got the fishing harbour as it stands at the moment. We go. Oh, and we've got the fish market and the fish factory, which we are definitely going to need both of them. But to start with, let's just get in. That's not very square, is it? Glad I've got the Move It mod. So we'll pop you in just about there. I do think we are going to need multiple of these. So I'm going to pop in another one a little bit further up. Not quite that far up. We'll use the Move It mod to straighten them out in just a little minute. And then we can get the roads all connected up, hopefully. But that seems like a little bit of a better height. It still seems a little bit too high. Especially as I believe the boats for this are incredibly small. So we shall see in a little while. Let's get this all connected up. Get some fishing routes in. I hope I can do fishing routes outside of the city limits. And let's start making some fish. So here's our little fishing area. We've got the two wonderful fishing harbours. I did bring them down just a little bit more, just to get them a bit closer to the water. So these fishing boats actually look like they fit in. Let's just double check it. I've not actually seen it myself. It's still a tad bit high. But I think we'll accept... Oh, yeah, you disappear at that side. Still a tad bit high, but I think we'll accept that. So, the fish comes into here, and then we've got this open air warehouse yard to store the fish before the fish gets sent onto the fish factory, where it gets turned into commercial goods ready to sell to our city. And then we've also got another warehouse set to empty with the commercial zone goods this collects. This one is set to balance, so hopefully the fish will come out of here straight into there, maybe sometimes to there, and then made into goods to sell to our city. Also, some of the normal fish can just be straight up exported when we get our train station in a little bit later. This will be a very busy section coming in from here, which is going to be pretty epic. But I do think we are going to need a little bit more, because it's just saying we've got 2 fishing harbours and it's saying we haven't got enough fish. So we might have to add a bit more to this section here. I don't know what section to open up yet. Have we got our first abandoned building? Why have you abandoned? Educated workers? Education was too low. So in the meantime, while I'd done that, I had a bit of a panic because we had a little death wave go over the city. So then I built us a little cemetery just here to take care of that need. And I think it's pretty much got most of it. Yeah. We've also filled in some shopping in this little section here. We've placed in a high school with a couple of car parks, as well as a little tennis court for the school students to play on, and another little elementary school just up here with a shopping zone all around it. But we do still have a massive need for people now that we're up here. Oh, I didn't delete that, did I? I'll demolish it, delete it. Yeah, we get rid of you. And that's where we're at the moment. What do you think of our wonderful little city so far? Don't forget, let me know in the comments what you want to call Franklin Park and what you want to call Cypress Heights. We do need some cool names for these. In fact, while we're here, I think we're just going to add another one for this industrial area, as well as garbage processing. And we are going to add something else in there before we go, actually. Before we leave, let's just go into a normal road. Just want to bring this one up here just a little bit. And then I think we're going to add in... Where are you? Not that section. It is that section. Garbage. Oh, I can't quite afford it. Recycling centre. Need a little bit more money, but there will be a recycling centre going in there. I did also have to take out a loan to finish this, add the cemetery, and get the high school up in there as well. So we do have to worry about getting that cleared. But what do you think? What do you think of What's the Friday? Let me know in the comments below. Have you enjoyed a little playthrough of City Skylines? We are going to carry on with this over time. Next Friday, we will be back to this. But I'm always interested to hear in the comments below, other games that you think we might be interested to play with our What the Friday series, because we are going to keep this one going for a little while. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a beautiful day, whatever it is you're getting up to. Let me know what you think we should name the sections, other games that we should play on our What the Friday series, any other tips and tricks for Cities Skylines, because although I do love this game, I do play it quite often. I'm not the best at it, but I do watch Biffa, and everybody who likes Cities Skylines knows Biffa. So thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe for virtual mechanics.